Yeah. Like it's a huge
I'm honestly
difference.
super happy for the guy. Like it is like whether or not these movies work for you and you think that they're just trash or whatever, that's fine. I think there is something to be said about watching somebody do something this transgressive and violent and in bad taste, and watching him get better and doing it on like kind of a big platform. That's
yeah, like an earned scale of each one has progressively made money. And this one was made for $2 million and had an $18 million opening weekend, made more money than the second one combined. Crazy. So it's just like, so we're gonna get more.
And I'm just hoping that with that, he doesn't take advantage of it and he really does hone in on the craft and finds ways to just expand like he has been doing. I just hope I get to see, Leone get better and better, because it's what I've been seeing and it's very exciting to watch in real time.
Yeah, well, and I do hope he finds he can keep coming up with like different angles, because the angle obviously chosen here, which is all over the poster and all over everything, is that he's made this one a Christmas slasher and followed in the sort of low rent tradition of filmmakers who have done that previously. We've covered some of them on our show.
Yeah, there's some of my favorites. Yeah,
Christmas Evil.
I think it's such
Black Christmas.
It's a great holiday to put a slasher into. There's so much room for just parody and jokes and bad taste and just subversive, the subversive quality to the holiday itself. So yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, take warm Christmas movie spirit and just make it the most unpleasant thing you've ever seen. And in this case, Damien is more of even more so than any of the 80s horror filmmakers. He is a guy who lived through the torture porn era. So his version of a slasher clown does just do the most disgusting things that you've ever seen to people's bodies, to the point where you are impressed that they are playing on screens. And they knew it was so disgusting they didn't even try to submit to an MPAA rating. This played in theaters unrated so that they wouldn't get slapped with the NC-17.
They just took
because it absolutely would.
Yeah. Oh,
because it's fucking it's disgusting. And if anyone, by the way, if you like Black Christmas, it's worth noting this is more like the 2006 remake of Black Christmas. That was like a really cartoonish, disgusting giallo than it is
where they're like stabbing people with candy canes and shit.
Yeah, like there's a part in here where he liquid nitrogens a Santa's face and then sticks a snowman nose, carrot nose
Frost
onto
style,
his face.
baby. Jack Frost style.
Yeah, maybe this is maybe even less 2006 Black Christmas. People who like Jack Frost, the slasher movie.
This is a good version of Jack Frost. Yeah, that's funny to think about. Like that's the thing. And I mean, I love that they play, like, already you have David as Art, who, as we've said, has gotten more expressive, more screen time. He's just gotten better, as am I.
He made me laugh more in this than he's made me laugh previously.
I laughed consistently with him. I was like, I loved it every moment, really.
Because before, I always just found him honestly kind of difficult to look at, and I found I found the central contradiction of that. He would stab the shit out of someone and torture someone and just be ripping someone to fucking pieces
and be so happy.
And he would just he'd be just like doing like a little darling, oh, aren't I a little stinker, like Bugs Bunny faces, and being like and the fact that he's silent, made that the sound design of the screaming versus like the faces he was making was like, it's unpleasant. Those and it had that Texas Chainsaw 2 effect of it was so revolting. It kind of circled back around into being funny at times, but he didn't just straight up make me, I guess, laugh at the physical comedy that much.
Sure.
This was the first one where I really did feel that, like, that scene where like he goes into the bar and he's having a beer with Clint Howard, who for some reason makes a cameo in this.
That whole scene is awesome.
And the bartender and the guy who's dressed up as Santa look at this guy and they go, well, he's fucking freaky, but hey, look, it's Christmas. I'm dressed up as Santa. Everyone gets the Santa experience. It doesn't matter what he looks like. Let's give him the Santa experience. And how delighted he is that Santa is giving him just like treating him the same way he would like a little kid. He's like, oh, come on over here, buddy. And how delighted Art is hilarious.
Oh, dude, him coming in and he's like waving his hands in front of his face like he's like meeting Justin Bieber and he's a 15-year-old girl or whatever. And he's just like, there's one part where he just like like he says like you don't look bad yourself or whatever, and then he does like a he waves him off like oh you like that kind of thing. Like he does so much of that. There's my favorite part I think when it just came to one of the gags for him was when they have a podcaster girl that does like true crime, and she's talking about Art as if he's like
shout out to her, by the way. Finding guests for your podcast is not easy.
Yes, yeah, it's a struggle. This film understands. And she's talking about how prolific Art is as a serial killer. She's like, he's the most prolific serial killer since Jack the Ripper. And Art is overhearing this in the background, and it goes to him, and he's just like just it means so much to him. He does again. He kind of waves
bashful.
It away. He's like, oh my God, that's so nice of you to say. And I was just. I don't know. Every single time he was on screen, I was loving it. When he puts on the glasses and he's about to do a massacre in like one of the houses, he just gets out of the van and he just struts over to his trunk full of goodies and weapons. And it was like the more that
he has a literal garbage bag of tricks of just various items he's going to pull out of there that he pulls out literally like the same way you like a clown car works. Like he can fit more stuff in there than makes logical sense.
Yeah, it's awesome. And it was just the more that they dove into the miming and the cartoonish quality of Art and just letting David do his thing and realizing that this is kind of what Terrifier should be. It was awesome to watch something be realized, because we know where it started, and
the huge improvement cool. Over the second one is he figured out what cross-cutting was, so it's not it's not nearly 2.5 hours of like a family drama that like Art interrupts in the most shocking way possible.
Right.
It is like consistently, it is like it is focused on the family drama stuff, which I will say once again, like the second one, is fairly generic. And I actually